Hi everyone, Fantanogate here, the internet's busiest music nerd. And it's time for a really quick segment where I talk about my favorite records that have come out this past April, or just albums that I reviewed from this past April. Just kind of give you guys a highlight, some reviews that I think you should check out if you had missed them, because I think these are pretty good albums. Number one, the new Colin, Stetson, and Sarah Neufeld record, Never Were the Way She Was, an interesting instrumental, experimental, modern classical record of strings and sax coming together to create some kind of eerie, dark, evocative, and strange and very virtuous compositions. Some very great playing on this record. So, if you're looking for something that is going to tickle that odd side of your brain, then give this record a listen. Next, the new Billy Woods record, Today I Wrote Nothing, an off-the-wall hip-hop album that is very gritty, very dark, consisting mostly of very short songs, kind of like little, hip-hop vignettes. There are over 20 tracks on this record. A lot of them land somewhere between that 1 and 2 minute mark, and we're just kind of getting these like little bite-sized glimpses of dozens of different situations, narratives, character portraits. While not every track, in my opinion, hits as hard as the next, the approach that Billy Woods takes on this record is pretty unique. Next, Liturgy, the Ark Work, a New York band. They take a very noisy and grand approach to black metal on this record. The mixing and the vocal style on this record is not going to be for everybody, but for the most part, I did like this album because of its very refreshing approach, and I thought the chord progressions, the melodies, and the electrifying performances on this LP made it worth listening to. The new Alabama Shakes record, really awesome fusion of pop music, rock music, and soul music on this LP. Everything that makes this record great is just very obvious. It's on the surface. It just throws it out at you. It's like a low ball. Not to say that this album appeals to like a lowest common denominator or anything like that, but just the good songwriting, the catchy melodies, the soulful singing. It's just also goddamn likable. Next, the new Mountain Goats album, Beat the Champ, a really interesting folk rock, indie folk record about pro wrestling. Frontman John Darnielle brings some incredibly impressive lyrics to the table on most of these tracks, and he really just gives it his all when singing about pro wrestling. I guess it's safe to say that no songwriter up until this point has sung at so much length and with so much passion about this particular topic. And our final record, the new Young Fathers album, White Men Are Black Men Too, Scottish once hip-hop trio Young Fathers have come through with a lo-fi pop album this time around, and it's pretty freaking good. Not only are there some very catchy songs and sweet melodies all over this record, but the very noisy, textured production on this LP gives this record a lot of character too. And those are my favorite releases from this past month. If you haven't heard any of them, do make the effort to head down there to the description box and check them out. And yeah, that's it. Anthony Fantano, great albums, April, forever.